Jai Bharat to all students. In last lecture, we have discussed decentralization, types of decentralization, and span of control. Some basically introduction to span of control, I think. Okay, so let's start with some basic introduction to span of control. Then we will discuss the types of span of control. Okay, different types of, and its advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so span of control. Span of control is developed by Sir Ian Hamilton in 1992. Okay, span of control means a human resources management term that refers to the number of subordinate, okay, or a supervisor. Number of subordinate a supervisor can effectively manage. Okay, if I have in my control I have 10 people, if I manage that 10 people or not. Okay, so if I manage them, then my only my span of control will be 10. Okay, if I manage to hold on or get the work done by 10 people or not. Okay, simply number of subordinate a supervisor can effectively manage. Okay, or you can say span of control is the number of people who report to the one manager. Okay, in a hierarchy. Okay, so the more people under the control of one manager, the wider the span control. Okay, if there is 100 people in only one manager, there this is the wider span of control. Okay, and less means narrower span of control. Okay, okay, now let's say types of span of control. Okay, structure in organization refers to the reporting relationship between employee. Okay, span of control means relation between subordinate and supervisor. Okay, so this relationship can be shown in a graphic form via an organization chart, which that we have lastly discussed. Organization chart. Okay, like this one. Okay, so this is a organization chart, displays the reporting relationship between different staff member. Okay, span of control for CEO is 3. Why? Because they have 3 vice president, and these 3 vice president directly report to the CEO. So CEO span of control will be 3, and this vice president will span of control will be 2, because there is a 2 staff in below them. Okay, this vice president also have span of control 2, and this vice president has a span of control 3. Okay, so just you have to count the how many number they have can manage, or how many staff or employee directly report to the one manager. Okay, that number is the span of control of that manager. Okay, first of all, first types of span of control: flat, wide structure. Okay, flat means word says, wide means long. Okay, so flat organization structure refers to having a relatively small number of layer means 1 to top to bottom, different layer are there. Okay, so there is a small number of layer. Why small number? Because if there is a 100 company and 100 member in any company, there is only 1 or 2 managers. So this is a flat and wide structure is there. Okay, so number of layer will be 1 or 2. 100 people directly answer to the one manager, one manager directly answer to the CEO. So there will be only a 2 layer system in any company organization. Okay, so number of layer will be small. The specific number will be vary with the complexity of business. A very small company with a flat organized structure may have all the staffers reporting directly to the president. If I have started the company or a new venture, okay, so I will be a CEO, and in that I will let's assume that there is a 10 or 15 or 20 people are working in my company starting. Okay, so there is a small company, so there all the 10 and 15 employee directly answer to the president or me, owner. Okay, so But multinational corporation might have a large number of level of management. We can see that like this: CEO, vice president, supervisor, manager, then staff. Okay, so this is a flat and wide structure of span of control. There will be a director. Let's assume there will be a two manager. So, and directly employee directly answer to the manager answer directly to the director or owner or CEO. Okay, so flat wide span of control, large number of span of control. But here you can see that there is only three layer: 1, 2 and 3. Three layer, small number of layer, but large number of span of control. Okay, so this is a flat or wide span of control, or you can say structure. Then advantages of flat structure. A flat organization structure, each manager has a relatively higher number of direct report. Okay, so let's assume there is 100 more company, and if there is a two manager, then 50 employee directly report to the manager, and other 50 directly report to the second manager. Okay, so each manager has higher number of employee and they directly report to the manager. Okay, as compared to the other company. Okay, so fewer level, what are the advantages? Fewer levels of management means fewer approvals in the decision making. Yes, if there is any problem, employee directly asks manager directly director. Okay, so there will be a if any decision or any new venture or any new product has to be built, then for approval there will be a fast. Okay, in less time we can make decision. Okay, so decision can be made faster and the organization can respond more quickly to new opportunity or any new threat. Okay, so this is the advantages. Fewer level of management also mean that decision reach the ultimate decision maker sooner in the process. Okay, if there is a director has taken one decision, then it will directly tell manager directly tell employee. Okay, so decision also reach ultimate faster. Okay, so which gives the ability for faster decision making and faster response to the new business issue or new business idea. Okay, and last is fewer layers of management can lead to better and more frequent communication between higher level and staff. Okay, so there is a few layer. Okay, so owner or CEO also talk with the staff and employee. Okay, communication is frequent. Okay, so resulting in better understanding of company goals and objective. Okay, disadvantage. Okay, flat organization also have some disadvantage. Fewer opportunity for promotion. Yes, you can see that in a graph there is only two manager. Okay, and 100 people are there, so there will be a fewer opportunity for promotion or next manager posting. Okay, since why? Because there are fewer management position in the company. There is only two position available, two manager. Okay, so there will be a fewer opportunity for promotion. Okay, there will be no matter for some employee, but those who have aspiration of managing a team will have fewer opportunity in a flat organization and may leave for one with more chances to lead. Okay, if there is a company which have other structure, okay, so they that types of employee will leave this company. Okay, a wider span of control for manager means the manager input will be relatively harder for staff to obtain. As I said earlier, there is a one manager and have 50 employee. Okay, so manager has to work hard to obtain or to give the order to the staff. Okay, all also means employee need to be more self motivated and independent in their work style. Okay, manager should all the time, manager not only tell one employee or learn the new employee. Okay, they have to work independently and self motivated. Okay, and less independent employee will not function as well as in the environment. Okay, a wider span of control for manager also means that they will have less time to focus on individual decision. Okay, this can be disadvantage for important strategic decision that will have long term impact on the company. Okay, why? Because there is a less time spent on determining the best strategic path. If they have decided one path, they will follow them. They will not decide 2 or 3 path and make a large path available for the company. Okay, so there will be in long term there will be impact on the company. Next, tall or narrow structure. Tall organization structure is one which has many levels of hierarchy. Okay, in this organization there are usually many managers, and each manager has a small span of control, 2 or 3 or 4 people. Okay, they are in charge of only a small group of people. Small number of span of control means there will be a small group of people. Okay, and this tall structure tend to be more complicated and complex. Okay, and maybe a slower to respond. Why? Because there is a more number of layer are there. Okay, so decision is becoming late. Okay, so if there is any changes, then it will be late. Okay, like this, managing director have 3 manager and 1 manager has a 3 employee. Okay, or second manager also have 3 employee, like this. Okay, so you can see that there is a large number of layer is there. Okay, this staff has a directly reported to this staff directly reported to this staff is directly reported to manager. Okay, so you can see that there is a number of layer is there. Okay, in narrow structure. Okay, advantages of narrow. There is a narrow span of control, means each manager has a small number of employee, 2 or 3 or 5 people under their control. Okay, so that means employee can be closely supervisor, what worker is doing work, or how many works is done to complete that task. Okay, likewise, so all the employee can be closely supervised. There is a clear management structure like this. Okay, clear progression and promotion ladder. If this staff is capable, then he can make progress. Okay, and also make manager then. Okay, so clear progression and promotion ladder. The function of each layer will be clear and distinct, different. Okay, there will be clear lines of responsibility and control and authority. Okay, the disadvantages. Okay, the freedom and responsibility of employee subordinate is restricted. Why? Because there is only 2 or 3 staff. Okay, so manager maybe work all the time, given the work all the time to the 2 or 3 employee. Okay, so freedom and responsibility of employee or staff will be restricted. Decision making could be slowed when slow down as a approval may be needed by each layer of the authority. Okay, so let's say this staff has to make a new decision. Okay, so they have to give approval from the staff, they have to give approval from the manager, this manager has to approval from all the 3 manager, then this 3 manager has to give approval from the managing director. Okay, so there will be a complication and decision making will be slowed down. Okay, why? Because approval may be needed to the other department also, other staff also, and then owner or CEO also. Okay, then high management cost. Why? Because manager are generally paid more than subordinate. Okay, like this staff has a, let's say, 15K salary per month. Okay, So you have to give these staffs at maximum 80 to 20, not below 15, or you cannot pay 15k per month. Okay, they have to greater than this staff. Okay, 18k, then 25k, then this 50k. Okay, so there is a large number of salary, but here you can give all this employee as a 15k salary also. Okay, and this manager as a 20k. Okay, so this will cost more. Okay, so high management cost, because manager are generally paid more than their subordinate or staff. Okay, its layer will tend to pay its manager more money than the layer below it. Okay, this manager also give more money than its layer below it. Okay, likewise. Okay, so there will be a highly costly. And also, as I said earlier, communication has to take place through a many layer of management. Okay, so if this staff is wants to work with this staff, they have to take this staff permission, this manager permission, then manager permission, then this permission, and then he can work with that staff. Okay, so communication has a take place through a many layer of different layer of management. Okay, so these are the types of span of control. There are only two types: flat and wide structure and narrow structure. Okay, tall and narrow structure, flat and wide structure like this, and tall or narrow structure like this. Okay, okay, now factor affecting span of control. Okay, first, qualification and quality. If the supervisor and the subordinate are well qualified, trained, experienced, okay, well qualified, trained and experienced, and if they are expert in their job, then span of control will be wide, and vice versa. As I said earlier, in wide structure, all the employee and all the subordinate has to work on their own. Okay, so if they are well qualified, trained, and they will not require any training or experience. Okay, so you can use the wide structure. Okay, flat and wide structure for your company if they all the employee well qualified, well trained and experienced. Okay, and they will done their job with the expertly. Okay, so you can use in your company flat and wide structure. Then level of management. Okay, if supervisor are working at the top level of management, then they have more responsibility. Okay, so therefore their span of control will be narrow, and vice versa. Okay, if there is a in top level, in below the CEO or owner, okay, so supervisor has a small number of people, small number of span of control, because why? Because there is a top level management, they have large number of responsibility. Okay, so their span of control will be narrow or less. Then nature of work. If the work is difficult, then the span of control is a narrow and wide. Okay, you can see that they will have to ask from the permission from the top level management. Okay, so they can easily train their staff. Okay, if there is a work is a little bit of difficult. Okay, then superior and subordinate relationship. If there are a good relation between the superior and subordinate, then the span of control will be wide, flat and vice versa. Okay, because as I said earlier, if there is a relationship there, then they have well qualified trained. Okay, so you can use the wide structure. Then next is a degree of centralization. Okay, under decentralization, the superior has to take fewer decisions. Okay, so therefore he can have a wide span of control. Okay, so however, under centralization, centralization, decentralization, already we have discussed in last lecture, I think. Okay, so if you have centralization company, then superior has to take many decision. Okay, so there should be have small number of span of control. Okay, so if there is a they have to take less decision, then they can attend more number of people, and if they have to take more decision, okay, about the company, then they can handle only a small number of people, so narrower span of control. Then financial position of the organization. Okay, if the organization has a good financial position, then it can have narrow span of control. Why? Because in this one we have already discussed that narrow span of control will be costly. Okay, if the in any organization you have good financial, then you can use narrow span of structure. Okay, this is because narrow span requires more manager. Okay, more manager will increase the compensation or salary, okay, of organization. Okay, so if you have good financial position in your company, you can use narrow span of control. And organization, if organization has a bad financial position, then it will be forced to have wide span of control. And next is a clarity of plans and responsibility. Okay, if the plans are clear and if the responsibility are well defined, then span of control will be wide, because all are the experienced staff, trained staff. Okay, so because the subordinate will not have to go and consult that supervisor repeatedly for getting orders and guidance, because they have experience, they have responsible, okay, and well trained staff. Okay, so you can use the wide span of control. Okay, so these are the factor affecting span of control. Which types of span of control, span of structure you can use in your organization. Okay, so today we have discussed in detail about span of control. Its types, there are two types, flat and wide, and its advantages and disadvantages. Then tall or narrow structure, its advantages and disadvantages, and when to choose how which types of span of control in your organization. It's a factor affecting span of control. Okay, now this is your assignment question, short note on types. There are two types. Okay, in it also you have to write down about its advantages and disadvantages. Then short note on factor affecting span of control, last 8 factor affecting. Okay, write it down in your book and upload it in Redenote application for attendance purpose. Now your lecture is completed.